What's up, everybody? Welcome to Make This, your online food show in which we show you how to make some stuff. Now today I'm going to be doing a popular Hawaiian snack called Musubi, more specifically Spam Musubi. And I'm going to show you what you need, how to put it all together, and the finished product. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. The ingredients you're going to need for Spam Musubi is obviously Spam. Now I have just regular Spam here. I cut them up into about, you can go to between a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch thick cuts. Slice them all up. And you can also use any flavor you want. You have tocino, black pepper, and all the other varieties. So whatever flavor floats your boats, go ahead and choose it. Just make sure you cut it to about a 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick slices. Second thing we're going to need is dry seaweed paper, also known as like the Nori. We're going to need some sheets of these. I have a pack. I have 3 cups of rice. Now the rice I'm using is called Calrose rice. It's a type of rice. You can also go for a sushi grade rice. Only reason why I choose these rice is they're a little bit stickier and they hold together in musubi. We're also going to need a 1/2 cup of low sodium soy sauce and 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. So all this stuff here is what you're going to need for it. So I'm going to show you how to put this all together. First thing we're going to do for our Spam Musubi is make a marinade for our actual Spam. So what we're going to do is get a little bowl here and pour in that 1/2 cup of soy sauce into the bowl and take that 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and place it in. Now what we're going to do is just dissolve this. And what this is going to do is make a sweet, salty-ish marinade, which will actually go fairly well with all this. So give it a little mix, dissolve all that brown sugar as best as you can. And so once you give it a couple of mix, take the Spam itself and just let it sit in there. Now we're going to let this sit in here for about 5 minutes or so before we cook them off. All this in here. So what we're going to do is just let it sit, let it marinate just for a little bit, and then we're going to cook them off. And I'll show you that part here next. So now it's time to cook our Spam for our Musubi. I have my Spam here that's been sitting in our brown sugar soy sauce marinade. And now I have my cast iron skillet. You don't have to use cast iron, just use any skillet you want, lightly oiled over medium heat. And all we're going to do now is just give this a nice browning to it. And one more. So I'm going to let these cook off for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. So this is what we're looking for in our Spam. It has that dark caramelized look to it, and that's what we want from the brown sugar. So I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to show you how to actually put this whole thing together. Before we put our musubi together, we are going to need a tool called a Musubi Press. Now you can buy these at any specialty Asian stores. They come in a variety of sizes. This is what it looks like. It's a little plastic, I guess, rectangle, and it has a little presser on it. It goes like that, and they come in a variety of sizes. They have a smaller one like this, and they have a larger one. Now, if you do not have one of these, or if you can't find one of these, there are other ways of doing this. And it may seem a little unique, but you take like a Spam, regular Spam can, and after you open it from here, you cut out the other end. And I'll show you how to do it with both. Just be careful with this, since you do have to cut it. It may have sharp edges to it, so keep that in mind. So this is what you're going to need to actually help put this Spam Musubi together. You don't need it, but this is actually helpful. So I'll show you how to do that right now. So now we're going to put our musubi together. And I told you earlier about the 2 types of molding we can use. We have our Musubi press here, Or we can do our hacky way, MacGyver way of taking a Spam can and cutting the bottom part out of it. I'm going to show you how to do both methods here. First, I'm going to start off with the actual press. So, we're going to have our sushi sheet. Now what we're going to do is cut the sheet to the length of our press. So, I'm just going to lay it on there, and then take our knife, right, there you go. Cut our sheet in half. So now I'm going to save this one for our other method. So what we're going to do first is take our molding and place it right in the middle. Now, what we're going to do is take some of our rice, and basically we're going to fill this up, fill our molding up with rice. Just place it in there, place it in. There's no really set amount to put in here. I'm just basically going to fill all this up. So now, that's what's going to look like right now. So, what I'm going to do here is take this plastic tea part, and I'm going to basically press the rice down, just like so. Just press it down, basically compressing it, just like that. And then we're going to take that off, and now we're going to introduce our Spam. So I have one of our cooked Spams here. I'm going to place it down here, right on top of the rice. And now what I'm going to do again is take our molding here, or our press, and push it down again. But this time, I'm just going to keep pressing it, but when I'm done, I'm going to lift the outer molding out, just like so. Slowly but surely, there it is. So now the molding's off, and I will take off the press. Now all you do from here is basically take the sides up and fold them over, just like so. What I like to do is basically flip it around so the seam side is down. And this is what it's going to look like right here. You have a brick of rice and our Spam at the very end. So this is the one method with using the press. This is what it's going to look like. Sorry, let me turn it up sideways. Like that. And I'm going to show you the other method of doing this with the can. So same thing like before, we're going to take half of our sheet and now our can. Do the same thing, place it in the middle, and now what we're going to do is basically fill it up halfway with rice. Oh, moved. How dare you. So that's about halfway. Now since we do not have a Musubi press, like as we have here, any pressing device, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take the actual Spam itself here and use it. Now be very careful here, just in case you might have sharp sides on your can. And basically we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slowly press it in there with our hands. Once everything is in, nicely, if you feel it's like packed and it won't go down anymore, this is where you can start, hold it down with one hand and use your other hand to lift it up. Like so. Remove it, and same thing like before, take up the sides, fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, and then lay it on its seam side. So that's what it looks like here. This is using a Spam can. So you get the same results. I have the Spam can here, and then I also have the press here. So this is what you get. Here it is, guys, Spam Musubi. This is a popular snack that you can get in Hawaii. Here it is right here. Like I said, you can do it this way with rice on one side and Spam on the other. Or the other way where you have rice, Spam, rice. Either way, it's all delicious. So if you like what I'm doing, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. All that social media stuff down there. And also, remember, eat.